What's up, everybody? Hopefully you find you well today. It is a rather pleasant day outside. You know, we're hitting the mid to high 60s today, and the sun's out. I'm probably going to go take a little walk, but kind of by request and also by sort of my own brain thinking about things, I wanted to go over subscription boxes real quick and kind of talk with you a little bit about the subscription boxes that I've been getting for October, and then sort of some of the new stuff or returning stuff that'll be coming here in November. I know a lot of you have been kind of disappointed, and I can't blame you. I really can't, because in a lot of ways I've been pretty disappointed in a lot of the boxes. And like, the crazy thing is, if I had, you know, a good fun bit of funding or something, I feel like there are some boxes I could put together that would be really cool. But there again, it's not just putting together one cool box, it's putting together a bunch of cool boxes over the course of months and years. So I feel like I want to cut people a little bit of slack, just a little bit, because I understand that that is probably difficult year after year, month after month, or whatever. So let's see. The first box I got was Munchpak. So this was International Snack Foods. I love that box. It was so cool. Some of the stuff wasn't like super amazing, like, okay, so here's Skittles, but they're giant from England. Okay, I get it, but we have Skittles here. I don't need giant Skittles. Dots Pretzels, to be honest with you, that was actually pretty clutch, because I've been seeing Dots Pretzels in like a couple of places, mainly my hardware store that's down the road from my house. And I was like, I don't know if I want to buy those because they're just pretzels. So thankfully, I actually did get to try them, and now I love them. I buy them all the time. And whoever, if you're watching this, whoever did suggest the Southwest pretzels, I did get those as well, but I actually like the standard pretzels better than the Southwest. The Southwest are good. I like the originals better. But thank you for the suggestion. I did find them. But I think for Munchpak as a whole, it was just such an interesting look at snack food from around the world. I mean, there were the crisps from Scotland, I think. Heads and tails different than American chips. So it's very cool. I think that that's a box that would be great for kids, for families, families with kids, or somebody who just wants to taste something simple that's not here. Because our food standards in the United States are very different from those of other countries. Heck, food standards can be different across state lines in the States. One of my favorite chip brands from Ohio, they were out of Mansfield, Ohio. They still exist. They're called Jones. So Jones used to make a salt and vinegar chip that was, it was the best. And it was ridged. It was the wavy, the ridged chips, which I love. Very rarely do I find salt and vinegar chips that do the chips with ridges. I don't know why I like it, I just do. Now, Jones is still around. They still make salt and vinegar chips, but they're not the same. They had to change up their frying oil, so it's just not the same consistency as it used to be. They're still good, and I still go back home and snag a bag or two when I'm there and eat them and then reminisce. But they're not quite the same. So with Munchpak, I just think it's a cool way to view everything. That will continue this month. We will see at least one more Munchpak. There will be some decisions to be made on that because of other boxes I have coming, but we'll at least see one more of those. I think most of you were pretty supportive of that decision. I'm not remembering continuity, but the next one I think that I got was BattleBox. So BattleBox has been around for a while. They've been pretty highly revered. I've watched several unboxing videos showing some cool stuff here and there. So I said, let's try it. I had some discounts or whatever, so I tried it. overall pretty disappointed in BattleBox. It just seems like one giant Southern survival branding mission. And I actually did view the video because the BattleBox has a YouTube channel, and they do fling out a video of what's going to be in the current box maybe about a week before they send it. So I did view it, and I wasn't impressed. There were some things in there that were okay, and I think that the knife of the month was okay. It actually seemed to be pretty cool. But the other big ticket item was not all that impressive. It's something that I can get at Walmart. No offense, but I mean, I know the pricing and everything. It just, you know, I was talking with a friend, and he said, you know, he asked me, it's like, are you getting these boxes for free? I was like, no, but sometimes I get a discount on them or whatever, and that's fine. And he is a serious backpacker. Him and his brother do SB Outdoors. If you haven't watched SB Outdoors, it's really cool. They are far more cinematic about stuff, so they have some really great hiking videos, gear review videos, and they also do a podcast, Backcountry BSing, and that they talk with a bunch of people in the community, and then they review things. So follow them. If you haven't followed them, do. But I was talking with my friend here, and he was like, it just seems like such a random group of crap. And I was like, from a backpacker standpoint, for someone like, well, I don't know. I think he probably has a lot more higher end gear than I do, but I have narrowed my gear down quite a bit. I'm not an ultralighter, but you know, I'm a lightweight backpacker. But if I did a gear loadout of the stuff that I actually use, I think that looking at the stuff in the boxes, it's like, yeah, it's not very good. But that's from the lens of a backpacker. So if we look through the lens of a prepper, I still don't see it. You know, BattleBox had that gas can, which, listen, I know there were a couple people that defended the gas can. It's fine. But what was it, 5 liter gas can, which is non-standard. The paint was already starting to go in areas which are going to be rust spots before too long. It's just not that cool. And it should have been a normal size. But whatever, it's fine. I'm sure it is usable. Like, I can use it. I can go fill that can with gas, put it out in the garage and do whatever, but it's going to sit next to like 3 or 4 other cans that I have that hold a lot more and I have more confidence in. The knife of the month was cool. I mean, I think that the Revolt, I don't remember the name of the knife, but it was from Revolt. It was cool. It was a cool design. Like, I like the gut hook coming out of the spine of the knife, and it was very comfortable, but it just wasn't good steel. It just wasn't great steel. And for a $120 knife off their website, I mean, the only thing that I really got super excited about was the hot snot, the fire starting snot, paste. That'll work. That's good stuff. The carabiners, they're fine too. It's fine. But everything else is just kind of forgetful or forgettable. So you're probably asking yourself, did I get another battle box? The answer is no, and I won't. I won't do that again. It's far too expensive for the stuff that's curated into it. I just don't think it's worth it. So BattleBox, probably never again. But hey, thank you to like the 2 or 3 of you who actually did use my referral link. I think that gets you some money off, or like $10 off, or a percentage off, and then it gives me like BattleBox. So you can just buy stuff in their battle store. God. So I can go get a battle tumbler or something, but whatever. It's fine. But thanks for using it. That's pretty nice. But yeah, BattleBox is okay. It's definitely one that's going to excite people, but if you're looking for that to be your primary prepping box, and I don't think there's one out there that's a primary prepping box. Let's move on. Nomadic came through. Nomadic was pretty disappointing. Hammock, it's a cheap hammock. What else was in there? I don't remember. Patch kit, drink mix. I'm forgetting the fourth thing, and there were stickers. Not very memorable. I know it was the welcome box, and I was thinking about getting another standard box, but I just didn't. Nomadic isn't coming back. It wasn't. It just wasn't very good. It just wasn't very good. So Nomadic's no more. The Cairn box, that will be coming back at least one more time. That had the Gregory fanny pack, the lights, the first aid spray, and the bar. First aid spray is useful. The fanny pack is useful, although serious backpackers are probably not going to get that particular fanny pack, but that's something you could load up and throw in your truck. You know, just load it up with stuff. Throw it in your glove box. It's a convenient size. So that could be something you just throw somewhere, an emergency kit. So I could see that. But I felt like the Cairn box, if you curated all those items yourself, you would be paying more than the cost of the box. So I said, well, let's try another one. Because I actually didn't hate that one. I didn't hate it. I thought it was okay. So there will be one more Cairn box, but then I'm going to cut it off. There's no reason to go any further with it. I kind of know what it's going to be like. Wow, I'm kind of blanking on what else we've done. We did do the Primal Urge box, which was technically an old box. That wasn't a current box. That one was from May. So here in November, we will get the official November box when that ships out. And I like that one. It was actually very good. I thought that they did a really good job at curating, the different meats. And there was a good variety. There were lots of different flavors. There were like, what, 8 or 10 of those sticks in there. That was good. That was a good box. We will be getting one more of those, but there will be a decision between the Munchpak, Primal Urge, and the other food box that I actually just reviewed today, and that'll be going up here pretty soon. So you'll be seeing that one pretty quick, and then it'll be a battle between the three to see who goes past. Oh yeah, Bespoke. Yeah, the Bespoke post box. That actually was a pretty popular video in terms of views, so that's cool. It wound up just being a single Damascus steel knife with a little leather sheath and a honing rod. There were a couple people really heartily defending this knife. But let me be frank about this. It's not a bad knife. It's not a bad knife at all. It's pretty. It seemed like fit and finish was really good. But Rill, I think was the name of the brand, is kind of pulling the wool over your eyes. That is what's the word for this? I'm trying to think of what the word is, because you see it a lot of times in the pedal community, guitar pedal community, where you will have a brand that then makes a specific pedal for another brand, but and then they just put their stamp on it. So effectively, this knife is around. Okay, it's around a lot. I've seen it on Amazon now several times, and when I looked in that post, I did see it as an expired post on Amazon, but I have seen it again. And it's very distinctive because of the work down the spine of the knife, that kind of like toothy pattern. It's very distinctive. And it, so it's not, Rill is not making those knives. They're made in Pakistan. Is that a bad thing? No. But there is a lot of Damascus steel being made in Pakistan. There are a lot of Damascus steel knives made in Pakistan that you find on Amazon. So is the knife worth whatever it was, $45? I wouldn't pay $45 for that knife. I'm just being honest about it. I wouldn't pay $45 for that knife. But I am not a Damascus steel guy. I don't want to use it. It looks too nice most of the time, and I don't want to use it. So no. Will I get Bespoke again? No. I have no interest in it. I've seen some of the other boxes that they've done, and it doesn't impress me. It's a hipster box like Nomadic. It's just not aligned to the backpacking community. It's kind of aligned to like lifestyle. But yeah, was the knife cool? Yeah, it was kind of cool. Was the knife like something special? No. It's just a Pakistani-made Damascus steel knife that's been rebranded. And I do remember there was a commenter and he said, well, you know, it's made out of skateboard decks. Well, that very well could be true, and that is the story that's told on the website. But they don't say that on any of the other knives that they put out on Amazon. So maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But I think real, or it's either real or krill. I think it's real. I think they're just telling a story of a knife that they bought in bulk, and that's okay. That's okay. For first Damascus steel, that's fine. It was a good knife. It's not a bad knife at all. I just don't really like Damascus. I think it's a little overblown. Let's see here. So, yeah. So then we just get into Monthly Knife Club. I was trying to think if I had another one, so I had to look at my playlist. So Monthly Knife Club. We got the Dual Standard, the Fixed Blade, the Tier 2 name brand, and then the Onyx. We got a total of 5 knives. The Dual Standard was the rainbow knife and the little pirate knife. Rainbow knife was garbage. And I did see one commenter say, you know, well, don't tell that to like so-and-so brand rainbow. It's like, listen, there are some really pretty rainbow pattern knives out there. And I'm not dissing the rainbow pattern. I should have been clearer about that. But if you're looking at it face to face, because I'll tell you, the eyes and the camera are two very different things. But through the eyes, it looked very cheap. Like it didn't look like a nice rainbow pattern. The action on it, it opened really nicely, but it felt very cheap when you went to close it. It didn't line up very well. There was so much movement in that knife. The handle was relatively comfortable, but it didn't cut. It was basically useless. It was junk. The pirate knife actually did cut, and that is a knife you could throw in a truck and be okay with. It's not going to help you do anything major, but if you need to cut some boxes, pirate knife will do it. Arg. You know, arg, pirate knife. But for the price, I just felt like those are just $5 knives. So I didn't really feel great about that. I'll never do that one again. The Fixed Blade, 45 bucks. We got that Damascus steel hacked up job. And I'm going to say that knife was hacked to hell. And here's another thing. I discovered another flaw in that knife that I didn't see in the original video or in the follow-up video that just ticked me off, okay? So to recap, we had this knife. It was a nice Damascus steel. It looked okay. They had done a lot of work on the handle for texturing, but they had done it really poorly, so one side was thicker than the other side. It looked terrible. And then, come to find out, I find this knife on Blade HQ for like $24. They doubled down on that. It's like, well, you know, but we did work. I don't care. I don't care. Don't do it. Give me the original knife. It probably would have been better without all your little improvements. If you don't look at it very closely, it looks great. It really does. But there was gaps in between the scaling and the brass bolster. It wasn't good. And then, I don't remember if it cut well or not. I think it cut okay, so the edge was okay. But here's the thing. I didn't notice this until much later. The tip is bent. The tip's bent on the knife. Not being a blade expert or a metallurgical expert, but generally that sort of lends itself to soft steel. So who knows? The temper might not have been good. I don't know. It's a garbage knife. No, it's not a garbage knife. It does cut. I think it's kind of cool. I think that's something you could give to like a kid or something like that, you know, to put on a shelf. I was severely disappointed in it. And again, it's Damascus steel. Just don't give me Damascus. Just give me a regular knife. Disappointing. But that's where the disappointment ended. Because the Tier 2 name brand was the Boker, oh no. I forgot the Boker. It was the Boker Plus line. It had the rubberized grip, D2 blade steel. It was a great knife. I didn't like the clip as much, and it did take me a little bit to get the centering right, but the action on that thing was so smooth. Just a little flipper. It was smooth. I actually just gifted that to my brother because he is a boat mechanic. He works at a marina. And I figured that with the rubberized coating, when he's actually working in the water, or doing something in a dock or whatever, it won't be prone to slipping because it's rubber. I don't know. Or out in the cold. I don't know. Whatever. I just thought it'd be a good knife for him, and he really liked it. So he took it, seemed pretty happy with it, and hopefully he gets some good use out of it. Wasn't quite the knife for me. Again, that rubberized grip was a little meh. I didn't really like the clip, which you have to have in, by the way. You have to have that clip in, because if you don't, I did take it off. I attempted to take it off to see if it would, feel better. You can't. You gotta have it in. You gotta have the screws in, because it helps center the blade. Thanks, Boker. But no, it was a good knife. It was a good sharp knife, good blade steel, felt decent in the hand aside from the clip. So, and my brother now has a nice knife that he can use at his job. So that's a win. At $55, that's a win. The Onyx. Ooh. Talk about anticipation. I wanted that box so bad. And when I got it, I couldn't wait. So the Onyx level subscription is their top level subscription for just a knife. They have some other ultimate stuff, boxes that have gear, but this was just a really good knife. So we got the Boker, I believe that one was the Excalibur 1 or 1 or 2, whatever. It was Excalibur. Carbon fiber, beautiful blade. Front flipper, which I did get called on quite a bit, but if you look in the video, you'll see the initial video, you will see I tried to do the front flipper because I guessed that, but it doesn't really engage all that well. There are some times when I can get it one-handed and no problem, and you feel really good about yourself, but there are a lot of other times where it's definitely like a two-hand hold in order to get to engage that front flipper. For me, I'm sure there's some of you who are like expert blade flippers. I mean, I had a butterfly knife when I was a kid and I did that, but front flippers weren't really around for me. The action on that knife was so smooth, and it was so sharp out of the box. Beautiful blade. Just a classy, elegant knife. I was very happy with that knife. And price-wise, still pretty good deal. So, are we getting any of these boxes back? That's the question. We're getting one. We are going to get the Onyx one more time. I don't think I'm going to do that again, and I will explain a little bit further as to why I'm not in kind of an EDC knife video that I'm planning, because I have ideas about the knives that I would like to carry, and they don't eclipse $40 most of the time. I'm actually just waiting on one more knife, I think, to do that video. But after that, we'll probably have something on the channel just to discuss that a little bit. So, but hundreds of dollars knives doesn't really go out, doesn't really excite me all that much. But we'll do at least one more Onyx for old time's sake. So November, we'll get one more. Let's see. And that was it. That's it. That was it for the boxes. So how many was that again? Let me look at my playlist. 8. Well, okay, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it would be 10. There were 10 boxes as we count the dual standard, the name brand, tier 2, and the fixed as individual boxes. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I'll tell you, by view count and everything and comments, you guys seem to really enjoy these. So I'm happy to do them. I think that they're fun. I like surprises that I can't control or contribute to. So I'm happy to do a few more. So November, what are we going to see? What are we going to see? I guess we'll go ahead and flip this one now. You will be seeing Keto Crate. That'll probably be the first box of the month. So Keto Crate Keto Crate is going to compete with Primal Urge and Munchpak. Only one of those will remain, if at all. So we'll see. We'll see. So we will see Keto Crate, Primal Urge, Munchpak. Food boxes. We'll see those. We will also see Onyx level monthly knife club. One last Cairn box for the road. And then, let me think. The only other box that I do have coming that I actually ordered last month, but I missed the billing cycle or something, which is insane. Apparently you have to do it like literally before the 5th of the month or it goes to the next month. But it's Survival Box, which is, they're an interesting company. I don't see too much of them online, but they have, I think it's 4 different tiers. You have an alpha, a beta, I don't know. The first 2 tier boxes have food, water, and gear in them. I didn't get those. I actually got the gear only box because I kind of wanted to judge to see what the gear only box was. And then they have a gear only XL box, but I just went with the gear only. To be honest, I'm probably going to switch. I probably will do them one more time, so in December, and get one of the food and water boxes to see what they do with that. But I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to see how disappointed I am or impressed in the gear only box. So we'll be doing that one as well. So that's what, 5 or 6 boxes we have for this month, and that's whittling it down. We're gonna whittle it down further. There is one other box that I am interested in doing, but probably not this month, and that is let me actually look them up just so that I have the name correct. So Poor Man's Preparing. I've seen a couple of these done on some channels. Doc P did a couple of these from last year. So they do a preparedness box, and they have a couple of different things. So they do a prep box, which is $100, I think. Their site is moving super duper slow. $100, yeah, $100. And that looks like it includes food and gear, so that should be fun. There is the premium prep box, which is, again, site's chugging quite a bit. $200, so, and it looks like they have a focus on knives, so these prep boxes might be knife heavy. But yeah, the premium box is $200. And then they also do a budget blade box for $35, and the budget blade plus is how much? Let's see. Need that 5G, man. Need that 5G to fry my brain. So the budget blade plus is $55. So I've watched a couple of the budget blades and, seen some Moras and, decent knives. Nothing crazy. So I don't know. I think I might check them out. I'm not 100% sure. That might be December, but it kind of all rests on if I care or not. I don't know. But I am going to start cutting down on a lot of boxes. I'm still trying to find one that I just would like to have long term, and I just haven't found that box yet. Maybe I need to come out with my own box. What do you guys think? Would you guys buy a box? Spit everywhere. Would you guys buy a box if I made it? No, let's not even go there. So anyway, that's about it for today. I wanted to go through these with you because, again, I was asked, and I also had the thought of doing it. So thank you. Thank you very much for watching. I definitely appreciate it. And let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a comment. Tell me what you like, what you dislike. Give me suggestions. If there's something that you'd like to see me demo, I'd be more than happy to do it, because this channel is really it's for my entertainment and your benefit. I won't do things that I'm not interested in. But if I'm interested in them, I get entertainment by doing it, and you get information and hopefully entertainment by watching me unbox it or eat it or cry about hot sauce. I don't know, man. It'll be fun. So suggestions, leave them in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one. See ya.